girls, old Phranchize. It's something a little bit different. If you've seen the last video on Friday, the Friday vlog, I mentioned you're going to get 2 videos this week. You lucky little devils, lucky bastards. It's unboxing. I haven't done an unboxing for quite some time, literally because I haven't been able to afford anything worth unboxing. I could have just unboxed like, welcome to the unboxing of a packet of Pop-Tarts. They're nearly out of date. I bought them in a clearance, 70 pence. That'll do me breakfast for the next 2 weeks if I have half a tart every day. Now I've got the Xbox One copy of WWE2K15 Hulkamania Edition. That's the bad boy right there. We'll take a look at the box, we'll take a look at what's in the box. It's pretty much the standard fare for an unboxing, I believe. We will take something out of a box. First thing I noticed on this is a little window, sort of a little door, which highlights the Pop Funko, Hollywood Hulk Hogan Pop Funko in all his glory. I do enjoy a Pop Funko. I have a couple, not a lot, signed up to that pop in a box. If you're saying that, it's just another way for me to waste like 11 quid a month, essentially. Because I signed up for the package where they said you can get a Pop Funko and an extra special surprise for another couple of quid. The extra special surprise, the first time was awesome. It was a little Merle from Walking Dead, a little miniature Funko Merle. I didn't show him, but he's downstairs, and I'm lazy as fuck. But after that, it was popping candy. I paid like over £1 for some popping candy, but there you go, there you go. So we'll crack this open. First things first, let's get the Pop Funko out. Mr. Hollywood Hulk Hogan, the greatest, in my opinion, greatest heel turn of all time. I am a wrestling fan. I don't just buy the game because I enjoy the games. I am a wrestling fan. So there he is. There's Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Pop Funko. Wanna take a closer look at that there? Little Hollywood. Jack. He now lives on the shelf with the other 2 Funkos that I bought and didn't choose. The crazy world we live in, folks. Crazy fucking world. Next, we've got some DLC. It's the Hulk Hogan DLC pack. So you get Hollywood and you get Hulk Hogan. I imagine I've downloaded them both. I've used Hollywood. I haven't used normal Hogan, so I don't know if it's the new normal Hogan or the normal Hogan when he came back and like won the belt and Brock fucking give him the old Brock lock. Do you remember Brock Lesnar was using the Brock lock? Ah well, never mind. Sting DLC pack. I have had a match with Sting in it. Haven't controlled him. Have had a match with him in it. Obviously not the classic Sting, not the like military haircut one, the Crow one. And then an actual autographed piece of card with Hulk Hogan's face on it. It just pains me, Hulk Hogan. It pains me. I sound like a broken record, but this was a boyhood idol, boyhood hero of mine. Hello. And he blocked us on Twitter. He fucking blocked us on Twitter. God fucking damn it. I'm not going to go into details. If you want to know why he blocked us on Twitter, it's in the very last video. If you're new to the channel, if you're only here to watch this, I've been doing videos a while. Nobody watches them. Nobody. You'd question why I still do it. You really would. You really would. But on the last video, there's talk of how I ended up getting blocked off Hulk Hogan, boyhood hero, yet I still buy this shit. Who's worse, him or me? Now arguably this is the one you buy the special edition for. This right here, a piece of history. When Hogan finally left TNA and came back to WWE March 10th, 2014, you get this genuine piece of history right here. I don't know if I'm too close to the camera, but what that is I'd say probably about an inch by inch piece of the actual canvas from the Monday Night Raw when he returned. Now, I'm not a fucking mathematician here, and I'm terrible at maths. Really, really bad at maths. I think I was dropped on my head as a child, and it forever impacted my ability to do mathematics, simple mathematics. 2 times tables, they're fine. 5 times tables, that's fine. 10 times tables, that's a fucking breeze. Anything other than that, god fucking damn it. That's why they invented calculators. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm ever going to be in a situation when I'll be in the wilderness and I'll need maths, and my life will depend on maths in the wilderness when I won't have a calculator to hand. I just don't. I'm sure maths is important. Let's not talk about maths. We're here for this. A real life piece of history, but like I was saying, I'm no mathematician, right? So let's say that's an inch by an inch. That little piece of canvas there. I think, how many of these did they do? They did, that's a limited edition, so you're looking at what? A run of a couple of thousand copies, 20,000 maybe? I don't know, it doesn't say anywhere in the box, but, a WWE ring is 20 foot by 20 foot. How many 1 inch by 1 inch could you get out of 20 foot by 20 foot? That's a question for you mathematicians out there. I could probably work it out if I googled what sums were and like wrote them down on paper and did long division, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave that little seed planted in your head. Have I been mugged off here? Is that just a random piece of canvas from like many years ago that they forgot to throw out, and they've just cut it up and stuck it on this nice little piece of history board here? Not to be a cynic, but somebody needs to do the maths on that. Somebody needs to do the maths. Last but not least, the actual game, 2K15. Obviously, the game's not in here, it's in the old X-Bone, but that's essentially it. I normally, every year, do a review of the WWE releases. If you look back on the channel, over the past 2 years, I did 14 and I did 13 with a buddy of mine, fellow Greenbox Mafia member, fellow podcast host, nice guy Johnny. We are both long-term wrestling fans and we review them every year. This year we haven't reviewed this game. We might still, tradition. But early thoughts. I'm not going to give you a full review, I'll just give you early thoughts. The change graphically is not across the board as you'd expect. Some character models look unbelievable. John Cena, Triple H, Randy Orton, fucking anybody who's important look amazing. Other people not so much. Like Dean Ambrose doesn't look as good as I want him to. Roman Reigns doesn't look as good as he should, given the push he had before he went and hurt himself. So there's graphical inequality across the board, but when it looks good, it looks fucking amazing. You've never seen anything like it. With the improvements in graphics come not a drastic, but a noticeable change in pace of gameplay. It's a lot slower. It's a lot slower than previous years, and I really enjoyed the speed of the previous years. So I don't know if that's detrimental. This is just early thoughts. The more time I have spent with it, the more time I've started to enjoy it. I've started to adjust to the pace. There's a nice mini game at the beginning of matches now, sort of collar and elbow tie up, where it's like rock paper scissors essentially on the face buttons. So you've got a rock beat paper. You know how rock paper scissors works. Welcome to the rock paper scissors tutorial with old Phranchize. There's a distinct lack in modes. Some of them, not modes, sort of matches. Some of them I didn't care. Fuck. Some of them, like the Inferno match, I didn't care for in previous issues anyway. Installments, yearly installments. I never played an Inferno match. Pointless. But other modes added, such as the My Career mode, where you essentially build your own wrestler and you take them through, like, start at NXT, so they build a mod in there, and there's a couple of NXT guys in the game, which I think is a fucking brilliant move. I really do. Good to see some of the NXT guys in there. Good to see it. Adrian, Neville, Sami Zayn. There's another one, I'm sure there's another one, maybe another two. But essentially it's good to see them in there. Another con I found, early doors mind, it's something, it might be something that didn't fart there, by the way. That was definitely my foot on the metal of the chair. Now it's not going to replicate that noise, and it looks like I just farted on my own video. Wouldn't be the first. Another con that I'm finding at the minute is reaction time between pressing a button and something actually happening. In some cases you're talking seconds, maybe 2 seconds. I don't think that's a long time, but let's just be silent for 2 seconds. That was 2 seconds of silence. That was noticeable. That's just me staring at the camera and not doing anything for 2 seconds. If you go to boot somebody when they're down, or you go to like do a move on the head, you'll press the button, and the time frame's long enough where they don't fucking do anything for you to think, did I press it? I'll press it again. You can get 2 button presses in before they do anything. Or like a mechanic from 14, it might have been in 13 as well, I don't remember, but you know when you whip them and they're coming back at you, you could left bumper to like hoy them up, and then depending on your finisher move, you could throw them in the air and then like catch them in an RKO, and it just looked cool as fuck. The timing on that is just ridiculous. You've got to press it 2 seconds before they get there, yet they're running at you, and the ring feels a little smaller, so you haven't got that fucking... There's something needs balancing, I think. But I'm not going to let that detract from the game. It looks brilliant. When it works really well. But like I say, this isn't a full review. This is just early indicators, early thoughts, spewing from my mind. 2 of these things now. I might have 3 of these things now. I've got WWE games in that stack. I'm sure I've got a Bret Hart one and a Stone Cold Steve Austin one, and now I've got a Hulk Hogan one. Bully for me. Bully for me. So there you have it, boys and girls. Hulkamania Edition, WWE2K15. I will try and get a review up at some point. I just haven't done a review in so long, and getting the time to physically do one is challenging as of late. So thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, drop us a sub, drop a like. I'm not going to beg you for it. Do it if you want. I'm going to do this regardless. Regardless of fame, fortune, or fucking anything really. So boys and girls, thanks for watching. Until next time, laters.